Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healing. I'm Summer Avalon, and it's going to be a great night. I can just tell. So, how is everybody? So, I'm seeing Joan and Victoria and Marina. So, we will start the healing pulse in about 4 minutes. So, yeah, I haven't thought about what I'm going to chit chat about, but it's been a really busy week for any of you who keep track of me on Facebook. I've been working on some some cool things. Oh, and there's Vicky and Mary and Julie. Wow, full house. That's cool. Oh, and there's Sabrina. Welcome back, Sabrina. So yeah. So this week, I think I mentioned last week I might have been a little videoed out, but this week I continued on with my next certificate um, using the tool Beyond Quantum Healing, which is a different type of hypnosis tool, um, and material is very new, very fresh, and filled in some gaps and increased my confidence in what I'm doing. But it was pretty cool. So I finished that, and now I've had 2 full clients who have done um, the past life regression, and then after the regression, then I pull up the higher self and we chat about why were those lives brought up. Like the last person, we brought up 2 of her past lives, and the first one she was a wolf, which was very interesting, and the second one was she was a Native American woman. So we chat about why were those lives important to be made aware of, and then we talk about health things, and then we talk about um, questions in general. So the very first person I chatted with, we talked about when I connect to the higher consciousness, if it is sort of a just a private version of herself that it is just it. And what I got from that was it's more of a collective where it's your higher consciousness, it's other people's higher consciousness that are there for your highest good, and it's your guides and very close family. So that was interesting. And then yesterday we talked about karma, and that was really interesting too. So learning lots of different things from a really unique source. But yes, so I'm a little obsessed with that lately. So but we'll be doing some fun things with that. All right, it looks like I've got my first person on my list for tonight. Oh, and there's Heidi. Welcome, Heidi. So Joanne has put she wants to work on her chakras. And so months ago, I signed up for a chakra class because my birthday, I was going to give a free little chakra offering. And then I never did it because I just wasn't confident in sharing what I know about chakras. So I signed up for this class, but then I never took it. So I'm sort of in a role for learning these days. So I am going to finish up this chakra work, and then I'll go back and let you know when I'm offering that, because it's something that I offered back in February for my birthday. So would you believe show 99 is happening tonight? So, and I did say on show 100, I'm going to offer something new and unique. So I might have to offer a regression. So it will probably be important to be here for my 100th show. All right, so I've got my list. Let me just quick write down a few things, and then we will start with our healing pulse. So I'm putting Joanne has a chakra that's stuck. Chakras are very interesting. So I never knew until a few months ago there are overactive chakras. There's Anne Marie. Marina wants to work on getting a job. Okay. And Heidi's excited about the past life stuff. So that's very cool. So let's start with our first healing pulse. So the great thing about the healing pulse is the energy goes to where you direct it to go. And so if you are dealing with a physical issue, that is fairly easy to know where you want to send the energy. But if you are working on something emotional, think about where you feel that. You know, for instance, if you are prone to anxiety or panic attacks, where are you feeling that? Is it in the pit of your stomach? Is it in your chest? Do you have a hard time breathing? So where you feel it is where you want to receive the energy. And so you want to rub your hands together and you're going to place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. And so put your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy, and my hands will be on your hands energetically. And so just breathe in some of that energy. Breathe that in. Most importantly, be open and allowing for the energy to flow. Imagine with each breath in, the energy goes a little deeper, a little further. With each breath out, you're releasing something that doesn't belong or no longer serves your highest good. So feel the pulse. And some of you will really feel it. Some people feel a lot more. Like right now my hands are pretty tingly. Okay, so that was our first healing pulse of the night. So let me get back to my list. So let's see. So far I've got Joanne and Marina, but I know I've got more. So Paula wants to work on fear and anxiety. Mary wants to work on self-confidence. Anne Marie wants to work on allergies. It's definitely that time of year, isn't it, Anne Marie? Allergies. So, Anne Marie, I sent you something. I'm wondering if you got it. All right, Victoria. Oh, I'm sorry, Victoria. That's hard. So, Victoria, I'm going to put staying positive. Joan. Patience. Trusting divine timing. Heidi. Let's see. Releasing negative energy. Oh, that's hard, especially with family. Okay. Wow. May 12th. It seems like it's just flying by. isn't it? Okay, so I've got my list. So we're going to start with releasing negative emotions that are related to the issue that you're trying to work on. Oh, Victoria, that's so sad, because it'd be one thing if it was just her, but to mess up her kids at such a little age, or such a young age, is just tough. There's already too many messed up kids out there. Okay, so let's see what we can do for everyone. All right, so I'm going to start with Joanne. So Joanne, you've got a chakra stuck. Oh, and I missed Julie. Julie, open to abundance. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay. And if I missed anyone, or if you're just new and watching to see what goes on and you feel comfortable posting, feel free. Everything doesn't have to happen all at once. So let's see. And you're right, Joanne. I am getting that you've got a stuck chakra. Let's see which one it is. Ooh, third chakra. Is that the one that you thought was stuck, Joanne? Have you not been able to speak your truth? That sometimes causes it to be stuck. But there is also trapped emotion. Let's see what that is. Unhappy. Let's see what age. Even though this is contributing to the chakra, it's not. This one in particular is not recent. Oh. Not getting your heart though. Getting the heart chakra level is low. Yeah, I'm getting, compared to your other chakras, the heart is low compared to the others. So that's why you might feel it's maybe stuck. But I'm getting the throat is stuck. Let me get an age for unhappy. 23, Joanne. So let's go ahead and release that. So that did release. And the voids have been filled. Next, Marina is working on getting a job. So let's see what melancholy. I think, is that your word, Marina? Because I think, hasn't that come up before for you? I know there's two of you that has come up lately for. So let's see what age that comes up. 16, Marina. So let's get rid of that. So that did release. Paula wants to work on fear and anxiety. And sometimes when you have a trapped emotion, it tends to attract that same emotion multiple times. Me too, Fred. Tell me what you want to work on, Fred. I will add you to the list. So Paula, we're going to work on fear and anxiety. So let's see. Worried. Let's get an age on that. Around age 18, Paula. let's get rid of that. So I did release. Mary wants to work on improved self-confidence, so let's see what we can do with that. Mixed up. Let's see what age that comes up for you, Mary. Around age 28. So let's get rid of that. So for those of you who are new, ages are one of the hardest things. Most of the time I can get within a year, so plus or minus a year. So like with Mary, it was age 28. So most likely the event around mixed up was when she was 27, 28, or 29. All right, Anne Marie's having some allergy issues. Let's see if there's some emotion tied to it that's making that worse. And I do get a yes. Let's see. Minimized. I totally believe that, Victoria. Okay, let's see. Minimized for Anne Marie. Let's see what age. All right, Fred, I will put you down for that. Then I'll add Cotton to the list. And for Cotton, I'll just look for what's best overall. Cotton is Fred's dog. All right, so minimized for Anne Marie. Let's see what age. 26, Anne Marie, minimize. So let's release that. So I did release. Victoria. Work on staying positive during some tough times with her family. And it's the word mean. Let's get an age on that. Carly, welcome. So to release negative energy, there's a few things you can do. Grounding. Grounding's a really good way. Also, I'll see if there's a trapped emotion that's contributing towards that. And then if you're good at meditating, sometimes you can get the answers and clear it yourself. Reiki energy or other types of healing energy. Good, Anne Marie. I'm hoping that helps. So I'm getting an age for Victoria and mean. Around 18, Victoria. So let's release that. So I did release. So Carly, I'm going to add you to the list about releasing negative energy and see if there is a trapped emotion that's related to that. So I've got Joan, Heidi, and Julie next. All right, so Joan wants to work on patience and trusting divine timing. Let's see what comes up for Joan. Demanding. Ooh. Let's get an age on this. Unfortunately, Joan, this is current. So I think this is clients. Again, sorry. Joan has some very demanding clients. She's never, well, I think for some of her clients that she just can't do enough. So let's get rid of that. and all the energies and ways that that's affected her. So I did release. Heidi wants to work on releasing negative energy, especially things that she's accumulated from her family. So let's see what can help Heidi with that. Minimized. Let's get an age on that. "28, Heidi. So somewhere 27, 28, 29, somewhere in there was an event or an occurrence that you felt minimized. And it may come right to you. Oftentimes, if a thought does come to you, it's typically the right one. But if it doesn't come to you, that's okay too, because usually I can still release it. So releasing minimize for Heidi. Wow, Victoria. So that's not good. So the energy of that time is still with you, definitely. But luckily I did get that to release, so hopefully it just makes it a little easier to stay positive. All right, so Julie wants to be open and attracting abundance. So let's see what comes up for her. Unmindful. So let's see if this is not recent. So let's see. Because I know in your current practice, you're pretty mindful. But this probably was a time when you weren't. So let me get an age. 20. So somewhere 19, 20, 21. So let's release that. And that will release a little bit of the hold into the 3D and helping with the manifesting. So that did release. Fred wants to work on self-pride. Worried. Let's see when this is from, Fred. Because all these emotions that are coming up are tied to a particular event. 29. So let's release that. Oh, that would make sense, Heidi. You are welcome, Julie. All right, so we're also going to work on cotton. So let's see. Uneasy. So with pets, ages are even more challenging because, it's not like you can check with them and see if they recollect. So I typically, like with my pets, I do, did they live with me or was it before they got to me, or were they babies? So with Cotton, was with this while Cotton lived with Fred? No. So it was something that happened before Cotton got to Fred and his family. So we're going to release this. So that did release. So I've got one more. Carly wants to work on releasing negative energy. So I'm going to see if there is a negative emotion tied to that. Oh, energy shifting, Fred. So hopefully that's a good thing. All right, so let's see. So we're going to try and find an event that is making it easy for the negative energy to stay around Carly. So let's see what that is. And then right after this, we'll do our next healing pulse. Misunderstood. All right, so let me get an age for you, Carly. 20. So, as I said, ages are always the hardest thing. You are very welcome, Victoria, and Mary, and Fred. So let's release Misunderstood from Carly, and hopefully, especially if she's really feeling negative energy right now, hopefully that'll take the edge off. And I'm hoping that the Healing Pulse also can help you too. So it did release. Let me know if you have any other questions, Carly. Next, let's do our next Healing Pulse. And so with this, you'll want to send energy to where you want to receive the energy. So like Carly, if you have a physical sensation when things are pretty negative, like if you feel something in the pit of your stomach, that might be where you'll want to place your hands. Or if it's something that you want to do your heart and just imagine the energy going out. And as it goes out, just imagine anything negative clearing. That's helpful too. So let's everyone rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours, and you're just breathing in the energy, being open and allowing the energy to flow. And for those of you who experience even deeper healing using breath work, usually I suggest the box breath. So you breathe in as deep as you can, and then you hold it. When you can't let it, or can't hold it any longer, let it out slowly as long as you can, and then hold it. And in the meantime, just imagine the energy flowing. Each breath in, it's going a little deeper, a little further. Just breathe that in. Okay, so that was Healing Pulse number 2. So I think I'm looking to see what we did the last couple weeks. I think we're going to do, so tonight we'll end with the aura strengthening, and we're going to do brain balancing tonight because we haven't done that in a while. So aura strengthening. And so I think next we're going to work on negative beliefs, but since there's so many of you, I'm going to do it as a group. But the cool thing is many of you will be affected by these negative beliefs. And then we will start doing positive emotion reinforcement, which, as you know, my favorite part. So let me just see how many negative beliefs there are. Usually when I do it, it's like there's like 3 or 4 main ones. Thanks, Joan. I'll add a positive emotion for you for your replay. That is sort of the cool thing about this show. Even if you aren't able to attend but watch the replays, you can sort of fast forward between the healing pulses and at the end when I usually do some more group things. All right, so let's see how many negative beliefs there are. I'm getting 3, so let's see how many And I'm getting for all three, over half of you have these negative beliefs. So this will help most of you. I am alone is the first one that comes up. Let's see how many have this. So I've got 65% of you have this. So and I give percents just because this percent typically will apply to the replay too. So like over half the people watching this at any time have this trap belief, I'm alone. And sometimes it can be really triggering. Okay, let's see what the next one is. There's something wrong with me. I know that used to be one of mine. I think I released that a while ago. All right, so let's see what percent have that one. I read 3/4 of you have this. That's 75%. Okay, let's see what the third one is. I don't fit in anywhere. I think that came up last time. I think that's sort of a more serious one because it keeps coming up. Let's see what percent has that. So 55% on that, so half of you. All right, so we're going to release and remove I am alone. And I'm getting that released from all of you. Releasing there's something wrong with me. Did any of these resonate with some of you? Some of you, you will know this is your issue. Because typically, if you're self-aware, you sort of know what can trigger you or what's in your past. So did that release 100%? No, of course, because this is our first time working with this. So it's a little sticky. That did release 100%. Okay, so then we're going to release I don't fit in anywhere. So that did release too. Okay. All right, so next I'm going to do my little commercial. So as you've probably heard, if you've been watching the last few weeks, I've been getting into doing hypnosis and past life regression. But with the system, I've actually learned 2 systems in the last few weeks. Nice comments there, Kaylee. Wow. Good. I'm glad those resonated with you because this will help you not feel those beliefs as strongly. They're probably still there, trapped a few additional times, because if things really resonate with you, it's often because there's more than one time that you've experienced that. But with the past life hypnosis, it's so much more than just that. And that's part of what I'm so excited about. So starting sometime in June, I will be taking new clients. Oh, and there's Angie. I'm just doing a little commercial, Angie, and then we're going to start with positive emotions. So welcome. Oh, Joanne, so you are literally often very alone. Wow, Mary. Thank you guys for checking in. That's sort of cool to know that even though it's 3 items that I'm pulling for the group, that it just reminds me that we all have similarities. And so sometimes group work can be really positive. So I am also considering doing a group past life regression So this will be a little different than a private session because there won't be the connection to the higher self, but it's very interesting. So if you are interested in doing a group past life regression, if you could just write group in the comments. I'm thinking of just doing it. There'd be no cost because it'd be the first time I'm doing it for a group. And so it would be a good practice to me. It'll be on a different night than tonight, but it'll be similar format where I'm on the screen and walking you through. Ooh, look at the groups. Cool. Wonderful. So I will start working on that. One more thing I've got to learn, because I feel each time I've done the past life regression and the hypnosis, I'm incorporating the two tools together. So yeah, it just feels really natural and good. So I'm sort of excited about that. So I will start planning that. And then sometime in June, I will start offering it as a service, and current pricing through the summer, when I'm still sort of in the official learning phase, is $199 for past life regression. And what I've been finding is the tool that I'm using, it typically takes 3 to 4 hours. So that includes the time for the interview, the time when you're in trance, and then the debriefing afterwards. So it's sort of an intense process. There's a lot going on, but you get a lot of answers too. So all very interesting. One of the cool things, so my friend that did it yesterday, she was in a house and all of a sudden the door closed, and it wasn't the wind, it was a very heavy door. And so she asked, what was that? Because there wasn't anybody up on the floor where she was at, and it turned out it was a little girl ghost named Anne, according to her higher self. So that was cool. That was very cool. So I'm just having lots of fun with it. All right, so, oh, one last commercial. I am teaching Reiki 1 and 2, and the version is the Usui Holy Fire Reiki. That was created by William Rand in 2014. So I'm teaching that June 18th and 19th online. The cost is $430. So 2 full days. But then you will be able to do Reiki, and level 2 allows you to do distance Reiki too. So yeah, lots of fun stuff going on. So let's do positive emotions. So I've been doing this more lately because people pop in and pop out, and especially as the group gets bigger, I sort of like to know if you're still here, especially when you're quiet. So if you would like me to pull a positive emotion for you, please put a yes in the comments. So I'm going to do Joan while you guys are saying yes. All right, so Joan, let's see what your past life, or excuse me, your positive emotion is for today. All right, so Joan gets understanding is her emotion that we're going to reinforce. Oh, and Joanne is yawning. That is wonderful. For those of you who are new, yawning is a sign that you're receiving the energy and making room for the healing. All right, so let me write down all the yeses. So I've got Paula, Sabrina, Mary Joanne, Julie, Carly, Heidi, Marina, Victoria, Vicky wants to check her chakras, so I'm going to write that here. Anne Marie, Vicky, Fred. Okay, if I ever miss you, especially when the feed goes a little crazy, please let me know. So here's who I'm pulling positive emotions for and reinforcing: Joan, Paula, Sabrina, Mary, Joanne, Julie, Carly, Heidi, Marina, Victoria, Anne Marie, Vicky, and Fred. So if I miss you, please just put a yes in the comments. All right, so Paula is next. Paula's got trust. So that reinforced. Sabrina, let's see what you have. Oh, that's it. Switch pages. Fortunate. Oh, I sort of like that. I don't know if that's come up before. Reinforcing that for you, Sabrina. Mary. Mary gets friendly. That's nice. Okay, Joanne. Trusting. So reinforcing that. Just let it out, Victoria. Release it. You are welcome, Mary. So I once had a, what would you even go? I met with a shaman when I was in Sedona, and if he cried, he collected the tears in a tissue, and he did like a little ceremony to burn the tears in honor of the event that caused the tears and to release the energy of it. So he said he kept a lot of tissues. So, and that concept was really, really sort of comforting. You are welcome, Joanne. Julie is next. Pleasant. That is nice. So reinforcing that. Carly, you are next. Ooh, valuable, Carly. I like that one. That's very nice. Okay, Heidi, you're next. Unhurried. Did you get that one before? That just seems really familiar. So that only has come up a handful of times. Very interesting. No. All right, so reinforcing unhurried for Heidi. Good, Carly. I think this part is sort of fun. All right, Marina, let's see what Marina gets. And I'm hoping it's something that can help her find that new job. Understanding. That's a nice one. Good, Heidi. I think that's important. Undisturbed. That's really nice, though, too. Yes, Marina, I think that's very nice. Okay, Anne Marie, you're next. Unique, Anne Marie. I think unique is one of my favorite ones. All right, so reinforcing unique for Anne Marie. All right, Vicki, you are next. I'm going to switch pages. Expressive. Oh, that's nice, Vicki. So reinforcing that. Okay, Fred, let's see what you get. And then we will do our healing pulse, and then we'll do the brain balancing, and then the aura strengthening. Fred, united. So let's reinforce united. Yes, Vicki, that's quite nice. Okay. So we got some good ones tonight. So let me know if you borrowed anybody's and reinforced it for yourself, because there definitely are some gems in here tonight. So let's do, so we're going to do trapped emotion, or excuse me, we're going to do healing pulse, and then we'll do the brain balancing. So let's do the third healing pulse of the night. So I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands where you want to receive the energy. Well, Victoria, you got undisturbed. Unique and united, yes, those are good ones. I like the expressive one too. I don't think that's come up before. And the valuable, fortunate, that was a newer one too. Very nice. Angie. Oh, Angie, I didn't get you on the list, so I'm glad you said something. Thank you. Let's see what comes up. Rewarded, Angie. That's nice. So let's reinforce that. I think people will borrow that one too, Angie. That's a nice one. You are welcome, Victoria. So let's think about where you want to receive that final healing pulse. So if you are not sure where you want to receive it, I suggest sending it to your head or your heart. And just imagine the energy going exactly to where it needs to go. So rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you'd like to receive the energy. And just breathe in that healing. But as you're breathing in the healing, as you breathe out, imagine that things are releasing that cause the healing to go deeper. So when you breathe out, the healing can go a little further in to where it was meant to go. Open and allowing. Okay. Oh, and I just checked my note. Vicki wanted me to check her chakras. Let me just see. And when I ask, is there like one chakra that needs more work than others, I do get a yes. There's one that's lower. Let's see which one it is. Third eye, Vicki. So let me just do one thing quick. So that brought that up a little bit. Still need some work though, Vicki, but grounding and meditation would help. Okay? All right. Let's do the brain balancing. So if you haven't been here in a while, I've added a step to the brain balancing. So we're going to do 2 steps. So I want you to rub your hands together again, and you're going to place a hand here, and you're going to place a hand here. And so with this, you're going to send energy from the third eye in the front to the third eye in the back. And just imagine that energy flowing back and forth. You are welcome, Paula and Vicki. So just imagine the energy going between the 2 hands. So this energy sort of goes between the hemispheres. But the cool thing is this also goes through the pineal. So very important. So just breathe that in, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so next we're going to do the brain balancing from between the left and right hemispheres. So this will increase the neural pathways in between. So I want you to take your 2 fingers, each hand, and you go about an inch above your ear and press your fingers through your hair to your scalp. And then with this, you can use your own energies with this, or you can call on the healing pulse energy just by using your intention. And so start with one hand, doesn't matter which, and imagine that the energy in that hand is building up and it's collecting the energy. Once you reach a certain point and the hand gets full, I want you to imagine the energy going to the other hand. And so the first few times it's sort of slow. So like right now I've started sending it. It's about a quarter of the way through. It's about half. It's about 3/4 of the way through. And now it's exiting to my other hand, and that hand is going to be collecting the energy. So with this, when I first started doing this, I didn't feel it at all. I just sort of faked it. And that's part of energy, is sometimes you just fake it until you really do feel it. But there are times I don't feel anything. But other times where things are sort of extreme. So as you're collecting that energy in the hand, now send it back to the original hand. So this will go a little bit faster. So right now it's about halfway through. And now it's exiting the other hand. So keep going back and forth. So in the end, it will be more of like a laser pointer where it's just quick. So keep doing that just for a moment longer. Okay, so that was brain balancing. And next, let's do the aura strengthening. So the purpose of the aura strengthening is a strong aura really helps repel negativity. And as you know, in this day and age, there's a lot of negativity out there. So this will help. So with this, you can use healing pulse energy. You just basically need to set the intention that you're going to use the energy. Otherwise, you can just use your own energy, which I highly encourage you to get used to dealing with your own frequencies. So with this, rub your hands together, and then you're going to send your aura. I know I usually just go like this and imagine it's going to the wall of my aura and making it stronger. You know, some people go like this, you know, or like this. So with this, it doesn't really matter other than your intention is to strengthen your aura. And especially if you run into some unpleasant people on a regular basis, you might want to add a little bit of reflection into your aura. And I'm thinking about you, Paula, when I say this, just because I know you've got that wonderful coworker of yours that sometimes isn't very nice. So if there's some reflection in your aura, it will reflect negativity back on them. And so that's sort of important too, because if they are spewing negativity and they get a taste of it, I'm hoping that it will make them either stop or at least tone it down. So just breathe in that energy. Okay, and that was it for Thursday Night Mini Healing. So next Thursday, show number 100. Very exciting. I'll probably have one giveaway. Who knows? Maybe I might do more. We'll see. Yes, very fun. So I'm hoping everybody had a good time tonight. Lots of cool stuff came up. Very cool. Everybody's so quiet. Did you go to sleep? That's happened on a few shows where people let me know later, oh, I fell asleep. That's actually sort of a good thing. You are very welcome, Joanne. And to you too, Julie. Thank you, Mary. Yes, Marina. See you next time. And on that note, I'm going to say goodnight. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.